We are gathered here today to mourn a beloved player for Austin's team, the Washington Wizards. We ask that you please show kindness to Austin in this time that they traded his player for a bag of chips. We will get there in a sec. But Austin, I know you've had a couple of days, and of course, the man grieving right now is Austin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. It's been a sad time. Uh, I appreciate all that Bill has done, but whether it was corruption between the agent, obviously being the son of the GM for the Suns, I don't know. I don't feel entirely enthralled by the move, but it's sad to see Bill go either way.
Yes, and with the entire Outsiders Opinions management, and of course, me, your lovely co-host, are here for you in this time of sports need. Is there anything you'd like to say for Bradley Beal or to Bradley Beal for his time of service with your team?
I'll remember the good times. I appreciate what he brought to Wizards basketball. He made the games extremely fun. He's one of the best scorers I've ever seen in the league, let alone with the Wizards. Putting up 30 points per game on his splits with that roster was remarkable. Um, yeah, I appreciate the time. I wish he could have stayed longer.
All right, and if you don't mind, I would like to say a few words as well.
Okay.
All right, Bradley Beal. If you're listening to this, which I know you are, I saw how much Austin cared for you and just what you meant to the Wizards and to him. Personally, I will not root for you now because you are a Phoenix Sun, and I do not respect that franchise, especially Kmart Kobe. But yeah, so now to get into the trade, what is up, y'all? So thank you for bearing with us in that 2 minute little moment of silence. Oh, I forgot the moment of silence. Austin, I'll let you start the moment of silence, and you can start whenever.
Yeah, let's just take like 10 seconds here and appreciate all that Bill has done. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That was great. All right, what's up, y'all? There's our moment of silence. Once again, yeah, let's get into it. Austin, I really didn't believe it was going to happen because it seems like this happens every year. Bradley Beal looking to be traded. I'm like, there's no way it happens. And then
The
it
thing
did
is
happen.
that Brad was never looking to be traded, but new management, I do think, set it in stone that it was going to happen. Once I saw new management and the Beal uh, trade rumors, it felt different this year, and I told you that when we texted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it really was weird because I'm like, there's no way he goes to the Sun, and it doesn't work on the Suns. I don't get it. Unless they, and on the trade, if it was weird that they sent Chris Paul back, and I was like, I thought he was gonna be waived, but the Wizards seemed to make it work. Um, because you got Jordan Poole eventually in that deal, and a couple like you got a future first round pick and a second rounder, correct?
We didn't get any picks in this. Oh wait, you're talking
In
about
the Jordan Poole, I'm
we
talking
we didn't
about.
get any picks in that either.
Oh,
Not
really?
the first we got, we did, but it was in 2030.
It's like 2030.
Yeah, so does that really count? I mean, I it'll be a minute before we see those picks. I mean, think about it. 18. Those picks were born in 2012.
Wow, that's
If they were
crazy.
18 in 2030, yeah.
That's
A
wild.
freshman in college, 18-year-olds born in 2012. So make you feel a little bit old.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So yeah, nothing really much. It's weird, but apparently the no trade clause really brought down the offer from the Suns.
Well, again, I think collusion may be a part of this.
Oh
The
yeah,
son of the GM is his agent. It just is too sketchy to me to get after everything that happened with Rudy Gobert the year before. To see Brad get zero first is suspect at the best.
Yeah, it is suspect, and yeah, I've definitely been there where the son of the GM or relation to the GM and the agent is affected because we saw that with Jalen last year. And if so, do you think Aiton gets traded?
Hmm. Do I think Aiton gets traded? I'm gonna say no for right now, but I could see it. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna stand. I don't know how many more moves they're really capable of making. I think they I think he stays for right now.
And I think he should stay because I think they're a much better team with Aiton. Which I
Yeah.
was like, well, okay, Bradley Beal seems like a little bit too much, but you kept Aiton. If I was, I guess the Wizards asked for Aiton, which would have like if the Wizards had gotten Aiton back, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like Aiton's 24, and he's a good. There's still potential with Aiton. It's just the Suns seem to not be good for him.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
But yeah, so I don't think he should be traded. I think they should just sign guys for veteran minimum deals, or can they not do that now because of the new CBA?
They can. They can sign vet minimums, but they can't sign past that. But I don't really understand when the new CBA kicks in officially.
That's true. I think someone said they may have a year, and then it really starts hurting the Suns because they have like 50 million tied to three players.
Yeah, and that's a crazy thing to do, anyways.
Yeah, it is. Um, and just given the injury history with Beal, but maybe he pulls it together. I almost would just say put Beal on the bench and then lead your bench squad.
You can't do that though.
That's
You
true.
can't. He he didn't waive his no trade clause to go to a place coming off the bench, especially when he's one of the best scorers. He's easily, when healthy, a top 10 scoring in the league.
Mhm. So it's gonna be interesting. They also, I think, got some other players from the Wizards. They got a young player, right?
Isaiah Todd.
Isaiah Todd.
Hmm.
So,
And Jordan
it,
Goodwin.
and Jordan Goodwin. So, I guess those are some guys they could put in the rotation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird trade, and it definitely seems to be the biggest shot at a super team. Basically, like the four starters. Has Aiden been an all star?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he hasn't. Oh, okay. So okay, so they have three All Stars, which is what they had with Paul, but now Beal is younger. So I don't I wouldn't trade for Beal. I wouldn't have traded for Beal if I were the Suns. I would have traded for a forward, but it just seems like they really want to up the scoring.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So I was really hoping Beal would go to the Bucks. I think that would have worked
I don't know
much
how the
better.
trade would have worked, but
Yeah, I don't know how the trade would have worked, but I didn't know how the Suns trade was going to work, but that it worked somehow.
I'm telling you, it was collusion.
Oh yeah, it's definitely collusion. But have I had this conversation with you about tampering
A little
or
bit.
collusion? Huh?
A little bit.
Well, yeah. Basically, the NBA needs to, for the listeners, they need to create harsher penalties because if I'm a new owner, like the new owner is for the Suns, and I want to make a splash, I'm fine paying a fine.
Yeah, and that
Which
makes sense because you want to win.
And like he's a super rich dude, so he's fine writing checks. I am intrigued how this NBA they really only have like 1 year, I believe, till the cap really hits them hard.
Okay.
Because there's like the MLE, it's so confusing. Why can't the MLB make it simple?
NBA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why is the NBA? Why can't it just be simple? Like,
It's a good
here's your
question.
cap. Like MLB, you have a luxury tax. I'm cool with that. That makes sense. You reach this level, you're good. Just doesn't really make sense in the NBA. So, yeah. Overall, I don't see this trade working out well. And with the Wizards side, yes, you got picks back, but still,
You didn't get picks back. They got pick swaps. There was 0 first exchanged.
I thought they got second round picks, or
Yeah,
those
they
pick
got
swaps.
second round picks, but
Yeah, I know.
that isn't anything.
Even though that's a pick, and like you can hit on a second round pick, because I was talking about it with someone, it's still like a first round pick is good. Like it's a starter. If hit done well, it's at least a starter in the NBA. Is that fair to say about first round picks?
I think that's fair.
Second round picks, you really have to just get lucky.
I don't think luck is 100% of it, but I understand what you mean. It's much harder to make those decisions.
Yeah. And if it's done right, maybe you can get Jokic or something, or maybe you get a starter. That's, I think, what you hope to get out of a second round pick. At least a quality starter or a quality rotation piece.
Yeah, I agree.
You want a rotation piece. So they could get rotation pieces, or they bump them up to get something else. But I think the Jordan Poole deal really works because let's just see what he does on the Wizards.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So I think that kind of saves it, and they did get a trade piece. And they got Landry Shamet back, so maybe they can trade Landry Shamet. Or are you a believer in?
I'm not necessarily. I'm fine trading anybody we want to,
Okay.
honestly.
I feel he'd be a good piece at the deadline. I just don't. He doesn't seem young to me, which is something I would have wanted in the deal.
Yeah, he's not going to stay there long term, I don't believe.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, we'll see how it goes. Maybe something crazy happens, but yeah, it's tough with that type of return.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Any final thoughts? Any final words?
No, I'm all good.
All right, that's all we got. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.